Hello, we want to welcome you to today's session. Today is a wonderful day again. As always, as usual, when you see Prof, my mom says that she keeps saying Prof. All right, so when you see Prof around here, you know that we are actually dissecting a lot of complex issues. So today we are going to ask a question. But first, before we go into asking him a question, we will be moving into having him introduce himself. Please kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity and for the privilege. My names are Isaiah Otemba, former pastor at the Buruburu Community Center, but I'm still involved there as a member in the ministry of the church.
Thank you very much, Pastor, for coming for this show.
Thank you.
There's something that people don't seem to comprehend well. Could you tell us what is Mashirika?
Mashirika in the church, the word Mashirika meaning fellowship, and Mashirika are groups, fellowship groups in the church, which were meant to be an opportunity to membership of the church because we meet mostly once a week on Sunday. But the spiritual nourishment is something that is supposed to be sustained throughout the week, all the time, every day. And so the groups in the church, the fellowship groups, were intended to give members a chance within the week to come together, to nourish one another, to fellowship with one another, to encourage one another. And so it is, there are not many churches, but there are groups within the church that bring people who live in the same vicinity, in the same area, in the same part of the society, to find it easy to come together for encouragement, for fellowship, for growth, and anything that they need spiritually particularly, but also in other ways to bring the members together so that in the middle of the week, before they come back to church on Sunday, they are still spiritually nourished and fed.
We have seen this year the church reintroduced what we call a family week. How related is the family week and the Mashirika program?
Okay, the family week is actually not something new. It is from the past history of our church. Is a week in which we emphasize family life among the members of the church. It is a time we come together to learn and to share, to hear testimonies of what families are going through, whether negative or positive. And so that helps in the growth of the church in terms of family life.
Okay. And Buruburu has 13 Mashirika groups?
There are 12.
There are 12 in number.
Unless there's a new one here.
Thank you for the correction. So 12 Mashirika group. Those are now small groups within the church.
Within the estates,
Within the estates that commune to teach each other the gospel and things like that. How has that been a blessing to the members all this life that you have been part of the Mashirika?
It is a blessing that it helps members of the church not to simply rely on one center that is within the church under the pastor in their nourishment and in their growth and in their encouragement of each other. But it gives them a chance as a smaller group, because in a smaller group also there is advantage that you can know each other better, you can encourage one another, and you can uplift one another and meet the needs of one another. And so that is a very, very, very essential part of the Mashirika, is to bring the smaller group together so that they can be there for one another.
What has been some of the struggles that some of these Mashirikas face?
Some of the struggles is that sometimes the way life is, especially let's say in the city, it is not that easy again to be able to set aside a time for something such as this Mashirika, when you also have a business,
Correct.
Maybe your working schedule also complicates things. So those are the things that we have to deal with. But when we prioritize the spiritual life, the church life, in our lives, in our families, then we will find appropriate times that we can meet one another, that we can fellowship with one another. And we are in a time also when we have an advantage of communicating online with one another.
Okay.
So that even should bring the Mashirika groups together. But it shouldn't be, when we go online, we shouldn't forget the gathering of one another physically.
All right.
That is more important than the online one. But when there are difficulties, when there are obstacles, we can still get in touch.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what are some of the, we have talked about the challenges as well, but now what are some of the lessons that, what are some of the blessings that regrouping members into Mashirika has brought on board?
Yeah, the blessings are very many. And one is bringing us together in sharing each other's burdens or concerns, and also knitting our families together.
Okay.
So those are the positive aspects of the Mashirika. Yeah, and sometimes we forget and duplicate the church life, the church program in a smaller group, where we need now to zero in on ourselves as members of the fellowship group.
And then how would you encourage someone who belongs to a Mashirika and for some reason has not been an active member, or because of work-related issues or family matters, they have not been able to be active member, and then one who is thinking to probably join the Mashirika? What advice do you have for them?
Okay, one thing we should think about is that there is a need. We need, if in any area of life, we need one another. And when we find many obstacles on our ways that we cannot come together, we should realize that that is the enemy who knows that as long as we are not close to one another, we lose a lot. Okay. And he can play with our lives. But when we are able to create time, when we are able to make an effort to come together with one another, it will benefit us so many, because the issues we will deal with and the support we will give each other, the encouragement we will give each other is more precious than anything else.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That has been wonderful. Thank you so much, Pastor, for this session.
Thank you.
We are so much humbled to have hosted you now.
I appreciate it.
Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you.